Kiss Original on 101.9 Kiss FM. The geekdom is spreading. It is present at almost every turn. And it's only a matter of time before it comes for you.
Nothing in our solar system can help us.
Let the Geek Patrol be your guide as you delve into the worlds of science, gaming, and pop culture. This is Geek Tank Radio.
Coming to you live from MCFC at the Marriott Memphis East. It is Geek Tank Radio. We are live! Yeah. So, guys, we are here at the convention. Thank you. Joe is not with us because Joe broke traffic.
Joe is literally outside directing traffic.
He's outside directing traffic. The people are coming in droves at this point.
You know that thing when you tell somebody to go play in traffic?
Joe,
he's doing it.
We told Joe to go play in traffic, and he took us seriously.
Yeah. I want to give Andy all sorts of props for coming in with a dad joke since Joe's not here.
Yeah.
He actually was funnier delivering it than Joe ever is.
I was like, are we all just playing Joe's part here?
No, well, Brody did it earlier. Now Andy's doing it.
Yeah,
I'm doing the intro, so I think we're doing good.
Yeah.
Anybody writing down everything we're saying?
I'll have one more for you. He's got a parking lot backed up like a cheese convention.
Hey.
Of course, this season of Geek Tank Radio is brought to you by Geek Tank Radio.
Yeah.
We don't need a sponsor right now.
Yeah,
right.
We're live, baby.
We're our own sponsor.
Sponsoring ourselves.
We do have a great live season lined up for you. We, of course, are going to unpack Disney Plus
We're going to talk about Sonic the Hedgehog.
and Sonic the Hedgehog, and is the reboot as an art form dead already? We'll unpack it all in this season of Geek Tank Radio, live from MCFC.
Woo!
Geek Tank Radio. More below and on 1019kissfm.com. Keyword Geek Tank. If you can nerd out to it, they're talking about it. This is Geek Tank Radio.
Okay, guys, Charlie's Angels came out this weekend, and it died on the vine.
By the way, we got to mention that we are live right now.
Yes.
It's a Geek Tank Radio live,
We are live
from
at
MCFC.
at the Memphis Comic and Fantasy Convention over here at the beautiful Marriott Memphis East.
Yeah, and okay, so that being said, we need to talk. Brandon, intro it again.
Okay, all right. So, the Charlie's Angels reboot came out this weekend, and it
It
pretty
did.
much died on the vine.
It did.
Ford versus Ferrari destroyed it.
Are we surprised at all that this reboot, this iteration, failed so miserably?
Not even remotely.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it looks like the people involved in it were having a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But Charlie's Angels tried to reboot as a TV show a few years back, made 3 episodes before it was canceled. I think it's a situation we might be a little over.
Okay, so that being said, I'm going to pose this question, and this goes for anybody around that's around the broadcast area here. Is the reboot dead?
The reboot is dead unless you pull together 3 people we want to see. AKA, let's say we take the reunion cast of Sex and the City and they're going to do a Charlie's Angels special.
Oh, God.
You would watch that out of morbid curiosity.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, yeah.
But you don't spend a lot of money on the movie.
No.
And that way you can get your money back quick because it's not going to last long.
Well,
I think the last iteration, I think when we had Lucy Liu,
Cameron Diaz, and
we
Drew
had
Barrymore.
Bill
No, that was a
Murray.
fun movie,
and-
though.
Yeah, it was fun.
But
it also
everybody there
wasn't-
was somebody we liked
Right.
for some reason.
Right.
And bless her heart,
Yeah.
Drew Barrymore really stuck her neck out on it.
Yes.
And she is, by herself, a lovable entertainer.
So
We already liked her, so
Well-
we were going to watch it.
we've got a bunch of reboots hitting the silver screen very, very soon. And a reboot that was rebooted in the trailer form, and that was Sonic the Hedgehog, right?
Right. We're holding off on Sonic for a minute, though, Brody.
I know, but I'm just saying we're
but you're
rebooting
right.
reboots already.
Right.
Yes.
But
Get ready for a lot more
We are
retread.
get more into Sonic here in a little bit, but I want to step back for a second and look at Charlie's Angels. Alan's absolutely right. First of all, nobody believes Kristen Stewart can act. I mean, she's proven she can.
Yeah.
But nobody wants to see her on the screen.
I'm going to be honest with you. She did a
Yeah.
promo for Charlie's Angels
Yeah.
on a football program.
Right.
And I'm no dig at her, but she was the worst one of the lot.
Yeah.
Everybody else was really playing up, really selling it out. And she looked like she couldn't care less to be there.
Well, the thing is that your movie you're absolutely right. She in real life she has no personality.
Yeah.
You know, she has the most bland interview.
I don't want to believe that. Like in my heart of hearts, I want to believe that that something's in there. You know what I mean?
We want to believe that, but so far they have not proven us
But you haven't
wrong.
shown us anything.
It's the Mothman prophecy of Charlie's Angels. No, Kristen Stewart might be having fun, but we have no proof of it.
Right.
But when it comes down to it, the biggest problem there is that those of us who are moviegoers who are going to hit that first opening weekend, we don't want to go see a movie that's going to preach at us unless it's actually a serious movie that's going to preach at us.
Right.
Well, it depends on what you're pitching.
Yeah.
And Charlie's Angels was a relatively one-trick pony.
Well, sure.
The show it had its gimmick.
Right.
Nobody realized that the spokesman for the vitamin company was Charlie.
Right.
Unless you watched Sunday afternoon documentaries and realized what he looked like.
Right.
He was this great voice, and you had characters that you actually wanted to see, soap opera style.
Well, yeah, but they had like this allure. They had sex appeal and all this other stuff. So that's why
it also never really had all that great of a ratings. It was
never the massive hit.
Yeah, it was a mid ratings. It was enough to get 5 seasons.
Yeah, I mean it hung on. It hung on for a while,
which is a lot easier to do when you only have 3 channels.
Right. Right, exactly right. But it had mediocre ratings with 3 channels.
Yeah.
So let's be honest here.
By today,
yeah,
it would have 4 people who watched it, and then they'd have been like, "Why'd they cancel that?"
Yeah.
It must have been on Fox.
It got lost on Netflix. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too. And okay, so that being said, the reboot, in my opinion, I think is a little over. Now,
I think
we chatted a little bit about the reboots on Disney Plus, right?
Right.
And the Lady and the Tramp reboot, the live action that reboot and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it actually, quite honestly, did pretty well. Now we're going to talk about the Disney Plus stuff a little bit later, but
right. And I think one of the things that's definitely killing the reboot is the revival series.
Yeah.
If you can do a continuation of the same story you had before with people 10, 15 years later, people who are familiar with the source material would rather have that.
Right. Yeah.
All right, and it goes to my hatred of origin stories. How many times can we show how it came around?
Yeah, we reinvent the wheel way too many times, especially in a reboot.
The whole point to a reboot is that, honestly, you don't have to tell the story.
Right.
We got this.
Right.
This is why Bob has antennas. We already know that.
Right.
Don't tell me the 47th time.
Right.
We got it. Bob's got antennas. Let's go.
Right.
And Mary Sue has purple feet, and let's go.
Right.
And and I'm going to look at Brandon and go, let's just start the story and roll with it.
Yes.
I just think that we're done in this day and age of where we can continue on a story. Take 90210.
Right. We ended up with a series where these guys wanted to get together and reboot their show, but not reboot
it. Revive it. Right.
That show, the show about a show trying to be a show, was more entertaining than it had any right to be.
Right.
And it was more fun than the original show ever was.
Right.
The characters were actually more watchable.
Yeah.
Because they were playing themselves. It's hilarious.
Yeah. So,
let's talk about Sonic.
Okay, I was going where he has the hedgehog look in his eye down there. All right. One, they changed his appearance.
Bullying works.
But it looks great. And I think that's
he
where...
didn't look so great that first time, man.
No,
he was some nightmare fuel that first time.
And they listened to
now
us.
The only nightmare fuel is the fact that they left James Marsden in it.
And James, we love you if you want us in a movie, but
But okay, so what did they get right here? Did they just listen to us and they just did it right, or what did they do right here?
Well, they saw that they saw the horror that they had unleashed on the world.
Right. But they had to have seen that before they released it. So,
all right. Well, wait a minute. Think about it. You got a bunch of guys in a studio, and this is the point in time where people are. And I love to pick on like young adult shows. A lot of times, what you're getting is the old person's view of what they think a young person looks at.
And so that's where we left with Sonic.
Well, Sonic was kind of like a suit studio version of what we think somebody thinks Sonic should look like.
Right.
But yeah, that's exactly what that was.
And then you
he's
get
here.
out there, and suddenly they realize, and I hate to say this, sometimes you have to trust the audience.
Right.
Sometimes you just have to kind of go. Sonic doesn't have to be truly anamorphic. He doesn't have to be cute.
He doesn't have to be real. Like
He can
he's not supposed
totally
to be real.
He can totally have his original roots.
Right.
Well, I mean, if you look at like Detective Pikachu, you very easily could have seen like, no, we can have a cartoonish looking character interact with real. I mean, we did it with Roger Rabbit in 80 whatever.
We did this in Mary
Like-
Poppins with Dick
Yes.
Van Dyke dancing with penguins.
Yeah.
And
it was
nobody
animated.
had a problem
Nobody
with
had a
it.
problem
No.
Well, look at Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
That's
For crying out loud.
literally what I just said.
Well, he did.
Yeah, but nobody can hear you because you can't enunciate over the crowd. Didn't you used to be a musician? You sang a lot, right?
I did.
Get back that persona.
You know,
See, you weren't down
Okay.
here when we were starting off, when we all sat down and it's like, man, this is going to be loud, so we're going to have to talk over it.
Well, if only I had known that you were starting earlier than 6 o'clock when we said we were going to start at 6 o'clock.
You were supposed to go upstairs, eat, and come back down and watch stuff because we were busy. We had important
Oh,
things
he
to
was
do.
busy too.
Yeah.
heaven help you.
I took a power nap.
Well, as long as you...
Yeah, I've called it a power nap too.
I hope
Power
it wasn't in my
something.
room.
Power steering, power wheels. Yeah, sure.
Well, then he needed a nap. So what do you want?
Yeah.
But
Oh my God.
but yeah, I mean,
If my
I'm going
room
to go back to
smells
old
of-
Disney
of-
shows.
Of
Yeah.
debauchery, I will come back and kick your ass.
Yeah.
Of course, we are live from MCFC this
lack of
weekend.
direction.
It is a live Geek Tank Radio. We're having
Oh,
fun.
there's plenty of direction. Joe's out there directing traffic as we speak.
Yeah.
That's right.
He is.
And
In the
Joe's
frozen
amongst
cold.
the rose bushes right now. But that being said, there's a lot going on here at MCFC. We are going to talk Disney Plus in a matter of seconds. Hang on. We've talked about them,
We've played them.
and now we'll show you.
The all-new Twitch channel from Geek Tank Radio is here,
Go Ready Player Geek.
where we unpack and dive into single-player story-driven games, to fighters, to multiplayer shooters, to tabletop and card games, and everything in between.
And stay up to date with us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Ready Player Geek.
Check us out now at twitch.tv/ReadyPlayerGeek.
Streaming every Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday night at 8 Central.
Not find their picture in the dictionary, but they're the true definition of geek. Geek Tank Radio is on.
Hey guys, Disney Plus just dropped on the 12th of November, which was earlier this week.
Right.
And of course we've all seen The Mandalorian about 17,000 times now.
Yeah, that's
I watch it every night when I go to bed.
But yeah, it was good.
No, Baby Yoda for the win, y'all.
You haven't
Baby
had
Yoda.
enough time.
My whole life has led to this
Hashtag
moment
Baby
to
Yoda.
see Baby
Hashtag
Yoda.
Baby Yoda.
Hashtag Baby Yoda.
Oh. Okay, before we get into talking about Disney Plus anymore, let's all just go,
Oh, it's so cute, right?
We got to see Alan as a baby.
50-year-old baby.
50-year-old babies. That lines up with your timeline.
Yeah, that does.
Anyway, that being said, are we liking it? I mean,
Oh, dude,
it,
yes.
it kind of got off to a very, very rocky start.
Not really.
So-
it wasn't that
No.
bad.
It was so buggy.
I was
and
like,
glitchy.
we got Mandalorian to load, and then immediately couldn't find anything unless we went through the search bar, which even then, that wouldn't always load.
No,
So,
that didn't load at all. That didn't load at all for me. In fact, I'm still having problems with that
I
loading.
bought
They also
Disney
don't have a
Plus.
continue watching section, which is weird.
Yeah, my continue button doesn't come up automatically. Like, it's really hard for me to binge anything on Disney Plus.
Well, most of the stuff worth binging isn't bingeable
right,
yet.
right.
All
So,
right. That being said, I'm Founder Circle. My D Plus membership is connected to my D23 account, so I got to watch Mandalorian 5 hours earlier than other people in our city, which I was really giddy about it until I realized everybody was still asleep.
Yeah.
You had no one to call and talk to.
I got to watch it at 1. It was supposed to drop at 6 in our area, and I was like, "This is amazing." Wait. But
right,
by the way, we are live at MCFC, so
yes.
there's people walking up and interacting with us, and we're like, what
wiggling
do you
around.
Need? What do you
My
need?
thought, watching The Mandalorian.
It's hard to do a live show when you're helping run a con.
Yeah.
Watching it up front, the only thing I could hear, I was just waiting. They would have made my complete experience if there had been inspired by Sergio Leone, and there had been the theme song to The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly in any one of the standoffs.
Yeah.
Because it was Clint Eastwood in a spaghetti western.
It's a spaghetti
in
western.
space.
Yeah, no,
guys,
Which was awesome.
Yeah.
No,
You know.
it's Lone Wolf and Cub in Star Wars.
yeah, it's
wonderful.
It's so
It's
dope.
amazing.
It's so dope.
What I want to laugh at is that, 3 months ago, Andy wasn't going to give any more money to Disney because of what they did to Star Wars, and now he's bought a video game and he's playing
Interesting.
Mandalorian.
I haven't spent any money. I watched it with him.
Oh yeah, no, he binged mine. Yeah, he binged mine.
But look at the face.
I know, it's adorable. Of course,
The Mandalorian
Andy
is a
will
grumpy
post-
boy, though.
Andy will post it somewhere on our page, on Geek Tank Radio, that the Yoda picture that is everywhere right now, because we're going to share it so we can get some Disney in it. That being said, what else are we watching on Disney? I know that I'm watching The World According to Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah.
Well, who knew? All right, who knew?
We
All right,
did.
Jeff the Goldblum Show is proof.
Yeah.
It is not what
Jeff
you
the Goldblum
say,
Show.
But-
it's how you say it.
But let's all pay attention when we go to watch The World According to Jeff Goldblum. What insignia is on the top of that? That is a National Geographic show.
Yeah, I didn't
right.
know Disney owned National
Yes,
Geographic,
I
but I'm
didn't
super
either.
into it because Chef Ramsay has a whole show with
Yeah.
Nat Geo that's
Yes.
wonderful.
I did not know this. Wait, whoa.
Oh,
What
do you
was
know
that?
about Gordon Ramsay Uncharted?
That is my man.
He goes to all these
It's-
crazy countries
it's
and
his
learns about their
version
cuisine.
It's his version of Without Borders
Yeah.
with his attitude.
You know,
And he
Beef
has to
Bobby
go
Flay.
get his own
Yes.
food.
It's like that, but with Gordon Ramsay going to all around the world.
And he has to get his own
It's
food.
wonderful.
I
And then
love
he has to do a
this.
throwdown cook with the local
did-
cooks.
Mr. I Love Gordon Ramsay.
I did not
t-shirt
know. I
and,
did not know, and I'm so
I mean,
glad.
Nat Geo, baby.
Oh,
It's
I
so
love
good.
me
Oh,
some
no.
Nat
I
Geo
want
now.
to see. I want to just see the
He's
video.
a freaking Ramsay stan. I'm surprised that he didn't know about
Dude,
this.
I know the show because I watched it on. I watched clips of it on YouTube, so I know of the show. I just didn't have Nat Geo.
I want to see the
channel,
video
so.
of Brody watching the show.
Oh, I'm gonna
Yes.
cry.
Because
We do
it-
a Brody
hilarious.
react.
It just streams of
Yeah.
tears
Yeah.
and
He's so kind, and he's really bad at certain things.
I know.
Because he doesn't know other people's cuisine, and so he's bad at cooking it, and it's
Yeah.
really
So we
glorious.
get to see Gordon Ramsay having
Be
the
a
hard
human.
times that he puts other people through.
Yes.
That's brilliant.
when he
Ramsay
tells
being a
you,
human.
he'll flat just tell you, oh, this is just not in my wheelhouse.
He's like, I'm
He
really
still makes
mucking
the
this
greatest
up.
grilled cheese, though.
I love it. We watched the live action Lady and the Tramp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a bit odd. I'll just say.
Was it
So is
disturbing?
it real dogs or is it all CGI
No,
like
they're real
everything?
dogs that they
Remember
have,
Airbud?
Yeah. Okay. So they train them to move their mouths.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
There's
it's
some-
CG.
There's some CGI touching, but what's
So
great about
Airbud
that
was
is
better.
all the dogs.
Yeah, Airbud's
in
way
that
better.
movie-
Yeah,
all the dogs in the live action Lady and the Tramp are rescue dogs.
Yeah,
Very
that's kind
sweet.
of cool.
Yeah.
They also, it's same stuff they did with the Lion King. They're real animals, but then they CG
Yeah.
them out.
I like how Brandon described it as CGI touching.
Yeah, it's CGI touch up.
I think he said touching.
No,
I was
touch
like,
up. Allie, I know where your brain is. Yeah.
CGI touching. Okay.
So,
Just point at your doll where the CGI touched you.
but what's great about doing it with dogs instead of doing it with things like meerkats and lions is dogs actually have faces that look like they emote.
They do. Yeah.
They have.
What do you mean look
emotions.
like? They
Meanwhile-
do.
Meanwhile,
You're at a
warthog
table
cannot
of
make-
dog people, Brandon.
A warthog cannot actually look sad.
But he can sing.
Oh yeah, he can sing. That's no doubt.
Ah, yanking. Yup.
No.
That's my favorite part of the whole song. Ah, yanking. Yup. Force, I'm making. Yup.
It's brilliant.
He's an
That's
empty
right.
eye.
Lest
Oh,
we
yeah.
forget, Savannah's never seen The Lion King.
Oh man. So in any event, Lion King. When can we expect the Lion King? So when can we expect the Disney movies and shows that have been just released to appear on Disney Plus?
They will.
I was wondering about that.
All right. So we all know that when when they do a big release, 2 weeks before the physical release, you usually get a digital release. Well, right now it is looking like during that digital release, it's still going to be on demand, like through things like, buying and rental services.
Right.
But once it hits the, the physical media, it seems like we're going to wait about 30 to 45 days before we get it on streaming.
That's not too bad.
They've already given us times, there's a handful of things that are hitting that they've given us dates for that aren't on there as of now, that you're like going, all right, where is, and I know Andy's not asking this, but I know a lot of people were asking, where's Last Jedi? It drops on the 20th of December at the same time that Rise of Skywalker hits.
I thought Last Jedi was on there. It's just not under the Skywalker.
No, Last Jedi is not available on Disney Plus until December 20th.
It's on Netflix.
It is on Netflix.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. But that's why they haven't pulled it yet, is because they still have to wait for their Netflix contract to end.
I swear I saw it on there.
No,
because it's just not under the Star Wars tab, but if you search for it, it's there.
Because they announced the release date.
So if you click on it, it's just like...
Yeah.
It'll be
it says
here
coming
later.
soon.
So
preload The Last Jedi.
Yeah.
I will. Preload The Last Jedi.
I don't
like The Last Jedi, Andy.
I don't want to hear about you preloading anything when it comes to Star Wars.
Let people
Andy.
enjoy things.
Good things too. Really good things, because it's a good movie.
By the way, these two are about to go on to a panel.
Yeah.
We are live at MCFC.
Yeah.
It's Geek Tank Radio live at MCFC. Allie and Andy are about to go on to a panel.
That's going to be moderated by Savannah, so it's not like this is going to be one-sided.
It's not fair.
It's more like
to get wrecked on, buddy.
Instigated by Savannah,
so
and so that's going to come up. But
I'm not an instigator. I am a moderator. My title is moderator.
Back to our Disney Plus discussion.
Okay, so I have streamed some of the 90s X-Men cartoon.
Okay.
Yes, which does not hold up for anything.
It does not hold up, but it has a great nostalgia.
But your
factor.
nostalgia sucks you in. You're sitting there going,
no. I'm sitting there watching the
when
animation.
Wolverine
and
calls Sabretooth, sear-sucking gutter trash, and you're just like, Hugh Jackman would have called him.
Yeah.
Something else.
I finally watched Tron Uprising, the TV show. It's pretty good.
my
I'm
God, I love
like, he's
show.
super disappointed that they never got a second season.
I know the animation of that show was so good.
It was really interesting.
Resistance has 2 seasons on there, and it's so good. And I'm just saying, I like Dave Filoni, and I understand he's doing another thing this season of Clone Wars, and he's directing stuff over at Mandalorian. But damn it, Resistance deserved better.
Yeah, I agree. I
didn't expect it to be good.
We're all into the Star Wars stuff right now, thanks to the Mandalorian with the kids at home, you know. And there's a lot of like the Rebels that they're starting to get into, which is they're like, do another one, play another one, and I'm like, yes, thank you, bingeable stuff.
Your kids are DJ Khaled?
Yeah,
another one. Another one.
This is
I hate all of us so much.
How do you know your song won't crack the top 10? You hear that voice.
That being said, speaking of cracking, though, let's dive into a little bit of, has this Disney Plus cracked one of the big dogs when it comes to the streaming wars? So obviously big dogs are Netflix, Amazon Prime, I guess you could. Well, that's pretty much been it.
Yeah.
You know, because Hulu's owned by Disney Plus.
Yeah, Hulu's owned by Disney now. So.
Well, I mean, even when it wasn't just like straight up a Disney property, when it was split between everybody, it still kind of, like fell into that third place.
Right.
You know, they had their regular version, they had their ad-free version. You know, you had a lot of really good stuff that you couldn't find other places, like Harlots or The Handmaid's Tale.
Right.
But other than those, you didn't even go to Hulu anymore to watch shows that were on broadcast, because all the broadcast stations have their own apps now that are better than Hulu.
Well, okay, so that being said, though, since I've gotten Disney Plus and I've gotten Hulu and ESPN Plus and everything like that, I'm ready to drop my cable. Like, I'm done with cable because, quite honestly, like, Hulu's got live sports, so as a sports nerd, I've got all that.
Did anybody just get, like, sick and tired of that commercial, though?
Oh, no, hands up. I'm totally
Hulu has
done.
live sports.
I get it. We get it.
It was
we
cute.
get it. The sports,
it was cute when
live.
it was Anna Kendrick, telling you what to watch on Hulu. But then when that guy showed up and just like
Baker Mayfield.
Yeah. Hulu has live sports. I don't want Hulu anymore.
Damn Browns.
I've never had cable. We just didn't have it growing up, and then when I got older, it was just always streaming for us. So
right.
To me, Cable can die. I don't care.
Does she make you
Goodbye.
feel old, Alan?
Well,
so
Cable
many
existed.
ways.
It's just we were poor, so we didn't have it.
Well, yeah, but you said
I got to watch Cable,
You
and
made
by the time I had my own money to go buy my own things,
it was all streaming.
we just went straight to streaming.
It's not that we didn't want it. It's just that we couldn't.
Alan remembers when there were only 3 channels and 2 of them were fuzzy.
You can't watch cable on a
And
laptop.
they went off air.
It's like we just had WK
I remember
now.
watching the flag fade out.
I think Savannah hit the nail on the head, though. We have become so accustomed to getting anywhere, anytime. Cable, sorry, not sorry.
Oh, I've seen Comcast. I think tried to do an app, but
Yeah, I got my
it was-
Xfinity app,
it's-
but
no, thank you.
But
I have Xfinity email. That's all I touch.
Xfinity email.
It's a shrinking pond.
Yeah, I just
It'll have probably a marketplace for a while, but 10 years from now,
is it a generational gap?
it is definitely, it is a comfort gap. I will tell you now, if you've had cable for 40 years, which is about the lifespan of cable
But how
right now.
am I going to get my news?
Well, but you're just used to flipping to the channel and da-da-da-da-da-da-da. You have that channel surf reflex. Channel surfing is going to be it's going to be a thing of the past.
I channel surf when I'm going through categories, trying to decide what I'm going to watch.
That is our channel surfing.
She's
It's literally
category
surfing.
Yeah.
You're not flipping channel to channel to channel to see what's on. You're targeting something and going, what's in here?
It's the opposite of Tinder. You're swipe right, swipe right, swipe right, swipe right.
Keep clicking.
Hey, I'll watch that.
Click.
I have a bad habit of just adding things to my watch list,
Oh,
and
me
then
too.
I'm
Never watching it?
No, I don't know what to watch because I have too many things in my watch list.
Oh, millennial
I will
problems.
tell you, I very rarely watch the things that are in my watch list.
Yeah, I'll put things in my list, and I see them so often, I'm like, oh no, I've already seen that.
No, you haven't.
It's almost
you
like
liar.
your watch list is actually your not watch list.
Yeah.
Basically.
Your don't watch this list.
It's like your watch list is there to remind you plan to watch something, and you never go through your actual watch list.
You know what I would
to
really
bring it up?
love for streaming sites to get, which is it's just TV. I just want it to be like TV, where I can just shuffle through a series TV episodes.
Yeah.
So I don't have to pick one. Like The Office, I've watched 100 times. I don't want to watch it from start to finish.
Like
I
you just hit shuffle.
I have this really cool invention for you. It's called cable TV.
Do you also have $90 a month for me to pay for that? And
see,
a television
okay, but that's
and a
where-
box.
Hey,
And
Allie, stop berating your wife so badly.
I think that's where we're getting at. Is listen, I'm spending $28 for all my subscriptions now, and I couldn't care less because I have everything I want. Anyway, we'll see how Disney Plus decides to clean their act up with getting rid of the bugs and all the glitches and all that other hoopla. Because quite honestly, I think it's kind of cleared up itself. At this point.
Except for the fact that they've decided that until we start, promoting them more, we're going to all lose our streaming service.
That's not going to happen. I'll promote it every single week.
Geek Tank Radio energized by
Dark Oak Press and Media, an indie publisher and media provider offering everything from Alice in Memphis to mystery to young adult and everything in between. Get the latest at darkoakpress.com.
More below and on 1019kissfm.com. Keyword Geek Tank. Your superpower is knowing everything in the geek universe. Geek Tank Radio is on.
Okay, guys, coming to you one more time live from MCFC. It's been a great show.
Man.
We've had a lot of strange conversations, weird interruptions, and all sorts of fun.
Yeah, sorry, I've had
baby.
to chase down my kid. It's like I'm hurting a
Yeah.
cat.
he's like a whack-a-mole. I see him pop up and then pop down.
So that's
pop
what's on
up
my
and pop
chair.
down.
Yeah, Brody brought Jackson, and oh my goodness, the
too
kid is
cute.
having a blast.
He's like, Dad, I saw Spider-Man. We have to go now.
And that's his 10th Spider-Man.
It's like he
Yeah.
sees all the Spider-Man, and it's like, yeah, he's totally into
He's teleporting.
We're in the Spider-Verse, Dad.
No, live from MCFC. It's been a great day. We obviously did the live cartoon earlier. That's been going on. What else do we have planned
Well,
for
Andy and
tonight?
Allie are leaving us here in a minute so that they can go do their panel where they yell at each other like they do here, and Savannah's going to try and keep the fight broken up.
No, she's not.
Well, no,
That's a lie.
No, but
We're not starting yet.
Don't you worry, Andy. We'll be nice. We'll be so nice.
They're dressed to the nines
great.
too, by the way.
Our guest of honor, Janelle Stevens from
Andy, you couldn't
Infinity
have put
War
on
Black
a better
Panthers
shirt.
upstairs doing autographs. And, we.
Why am I being judged for my attire? We're on the radio.
I'm just saying, Savannah and Allie have both went out
They're
all
full-
out, right?
they're full cosplay.
Cosplaying.
And you,
Playing what?
Andy's cosplaying a dad apparently.
People.
It's not cosplay.
I know
You're
you
that already.
can't do that. So.
But no, we've all right. For those of you who can't see us, I'm going to describe these costumes.
We're a podcast. We can't see anybody.
Right. So, Allie and Savannah decided to dress up like Playboy bunnies, but they put a geek
Nerdy
spin on
ones.
it.
Nerdy.
They get an amazing geek spin on it. Savannah's is Venomized.
Oh, I get it now. Yeah,
and
okay.
Allie is Tron.
Yeah, baby, we're on the grid.
Oh, I thought you were like, I don't know.
Like a weird version of Deadpool?
Yeah, like a weird Gwenpool.
I know, like the swords are off-putting, but also
Not.
has swords
Discs
in
are-
the.
Yeah.
The discs are expensive.
Also, weapons.
Nobody sells
Also
them
weapons.
anywhere.
Also.
There, somebody just walked by behind her with one on their back.
It looks so cool. I
It
think she made it
looks
with
so
a
awesome.
frisbee.
Yeah.
I've seen that tutorial. It's very nice.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. But yeah, guys, we've had a great weekend so far here at the convention. We got one more day going on.
Yep.
Brody's not going to be here with us though because he's got like sports or something to deal with.
Sports. Yes, I know. I got so much.
He's
So
got to go
many
be a jock.
Yeah.
He's done his nerd duties this weekend.
Listen, I carve out enough for you guys.
No, actually, the truth is that you're like, Brody, you're bothering us. Go away for a little while. So you showed up here.
That's more true to form. Anyway, there's a lot going on at MCFC. We did a whole special. There's Joey. Stop running in and out of traffic.
Hi, Joe. Bye, Joe.
Bye, Joe.
Hi, Joe.
All right.
We made
Clearly,
it through the traffic safe.
we seriously though, we could have had one person just nick him a little bit, and we would have been done with it.
Why do you think he's running upstairs? He needs a Band-Aid.
He needs to cry it out a little bit, I guess. Anyway, yeah, MCFC Live. This has been fun, guys. So we need to do this more.
Yeah, we do.
And anybody out there, if you see Joe, hug him and tell him you're sorry about the traffic.
Maybe just open your door when you're driving by.
Whack him.
Geek Tank Radio on 1019kissfm.com. Keyword Geek Tank.